Auburn University students are beginning to make their way back to campus for the fall 2020 semester, and nearly 4,500 of them are moving into on-campus housing in the coming days. The university has modified the move-in process in order to keep students and their families safe during the COVID-19 pandemic.
It's been a challenge. We've never dealt with something like this before. This year, we're not going to have volunteers. We ask that you limit the number of folks that you bring to campus. But it's gone remarkably well.
Alex Peck, an Auburn University freshman, said the move-in process has been good so far.
I think that there's measures being taken to limit the exposure to corona, so I think I'm fine with it.
Fifth-generation Auburn University freshman Wilson Cougar agreed with Peck and added that he is not afraid of the coronavirus affecting his freshman year.
Fine. I mean, at the end of the day, everything's going to take care of itself, and eventually this virus will go away, and I'm not really worried about it.
Now, if an Auburn University student who lives on campus were to test positive for COVID-19, the school already has a plan in place for them.
Established some halls that are on campus that originally were slated to come offline here this year. Two of those are being used currently, and we have the potential to use a third for isolation or quarantine. Quarantine being if a student has been exposed and needs to be tested. Isolation being a student has been tested and has tested positive.
All on-campus Auburn students are also required to follow certain protocols. But for those who do not adhere to the rules in place, the staff hopes to use it as an opportunity to educate others.
So one of the things that we've really stressed to folks is, as uncomfortable as it can be in coming up to someone and saying, you're not wearing a mask, I need you to put it on. Don't do it as a confrontational thing. Don't do it. It's the policy. You have to say, hey, would you mind putting that on? I'd be more comfortable if you had a mask on. If you're not going to do it for yourself, hey, at least do it for the next person that's coming along. And if it does escalate, we always have the ability to take other steps. But we're really trying to approach this as a peer educational type scenario.
In Auburn, Sarah Palczewski, OANow.com.